good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So, all of you, very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Yes, in our previous video, we discussed about that is the potential energy of the system of two charges. System of two charges in the presence of the external electric field and in the absence of the external electric field. In that situation, we derive the expression U of Q1 Q2 is equal to U of Q1 Q2 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 by R. Q1 Q2 by R. So from this one, we are writing some notes. Yes. In this one, from this expression, potential energy, this one may be positive or may be negative or may be zero, depends upon the nature of the charges, either like charges or unlike charges. In case of the like charges, that is the positive. In case of the unlike charges, potential energy is negative. In case of more than that of the two charges, if you are taken in the situation, that potential energy may be equal to zero. So here potential energy may be positive or may be negative or may be zero. So in case if the separation between the two charges, if R is increases, then potential energy U may be increases or may be decreases, may be increase or may be decrease. Actually, that one depends upon the nature of the charges. In case if we are taking the like charges, in the situation if R is increases, means separation between two charges is increases, then here potential energy is decreases. In case of the unlike charges, so if the separation between the two charges is increases, here potential energy is also increases. That potential energy increases or decreases depends upon the nature of the charges. So one more point here. What is that potential energy? That potential energy is a scalar. Why? Because there is nothing but the work done. Work done is a scalar physical quantity. So work is the scalar physical quantity. So potential is also potential energy, not potential. Potential energy is also scalar. So here units for the potential energy. Generally we are representing with the joules or maybe in terms of the electron volts. So what is this electron volt? We are represented with the letter EV, electron volt. How we define this electron volt? So here electron volt is defined as the energy gained by an electron when it is accelerated through a potential difference of 1 volt. The energy gained by an electron when it is accelerated through a potential difference of 1 volt. If 1 volt potential difference if you are applying in between the 2 points, what is the velocity? That is nothing but the energy, kinetic energy. What is the energy gained by the electron? We are calling that is the electron volt. So here 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joules. 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 volts. Sorry, joules. 10 to the power minus 19 joules. Okay. Next one. What happened if a conductor is placed in the external electric field? Okay, after that we are discussing about the charge distribution. One by one we are discussing right now. Okay, yes. So what happened if a conductor is placed in the external electric field? If a conductor, not the dielectric, conductor is placed in the external electric field, then what happened? So when a conductor is placed inside of the electric field, net electric field intensity inside of the conductor must and should becomes 0. Electric field intensity inside of the conductor must and should becomes 0 when a conductor is placed in the external electric field. Why that one is happened? Observe here. Here I am taking, this is the electric field, uniform electric field, having the intensity something E naught. E naught is the external electric field. Right now, if you kept a charge, that is a conductor inside of the electric field, then what happened? Here, all the positive charges of this conductor is moving towards the field direction, and negative charges are moving opposite to the field direction. Due to this one, here induced electric field is formed. Here induced electric field is formed, that is quite opposite to the applied electric field. Actually, this is separation of the charges. Actually, that separation of the charges we are calling the polarization. That electric polarization is this polarization process is going on up to the induced electric field is equal to the applied electric field. Actually, here both have the same magnitude, opposite in direction. So, net electric field intensity inside of the conductor is equal to how much? 0. So, that's why here net electric field intensity inside of the conductor must and should becomes 0 in case of the conductors only, not in case of the dielectrics. In case of the dielectrics, electric field intensity somewhat decreases. But in case of the conductors, that is the metals, compulsory that one becomes 0. Electric field intensity inside of the conductor becomes 0. Second point, charge resides on the surface of the conductor. Second point, charge resides, that means charge is distributed on the surfaces. When this conductor is placed inside of the external electric field, then what happened? Here charge is induced, that is the induced charge. We are calling generally induced charge, polarized charges. Those are resides on the outer surface of the conductor. Next, third one. Here electric field is always perpendicular to the surface of the conductor. Electric field is always perpendicular to the surface of the conductor. Surface of the conductor. So at any point if you are taking, that electric field must and should perpendicular to that surface. So last point here, potential in this process, when this one is happened, here electric potential, what is the electric potential on the surface of the conductor? On the surface of the conductor must and should equal to the throughout the volume of the conductor, means inside also. Here we learn this one in case of that is the potential due to the charged spherical shell. In that situation we learn this one. Okay, what is the potential on the surface of the charged spherical shell? Same potential is inside also in case of the shell, conducting shell. Okay, so here potential on the surface must and should equal to the potential inside of the conductor throughout its volume. So this is about the what happened when a conductor is placed inside of the external electric field. Okay, remember these points. We are using this one here right now. We are using this one right now to solve the charge distribution problems. Okay, now we are solving those problems. Yes, this charge distribution problems, that is the modal problems. That concept is important, very important, that concept, in case of the competitive purpose, especially for the competitive purpose. Okay, listen perfectly and solve more number of the problems, then that will becomes easy, right? So we are solving first problem. Here I am taking a spherical shell. We are taking a spherical shell. So if a charge, something small q, is placed at the center of the shell or maybe inside of the shell, so here find the charge on inner and outer surfaces of the shell. Inner and outer surfaces. Outer surface of shell. Inner and outer surface of shell. This is a simple problem. Yes. So try to observe first. Here, this is the shell. That shell have the two surfaces. One is the inner surface and second one is the outer surface. I am zooming this one for your understanding. I am zooming that one. So right now, that is the shell is like this. Shell is like this. This is the inner part of the shell, and this is the outer one. Okay. So here say this is only shell. We draw this shell only here. We know that yes, charge is equal to something q. Charge q is placed at the center of the shell. We know that electric field intensity inside of the shell, inside of the conductor, must and should becomes zero. Must and should becomes zero. Here further observe, here electric field intensity is equal to 0 means, electric field intensity is equal to 0 means, here this dotted line indicates the Gaussian surface. This dotted line indicates the Gaussian surface. So the charge enclosed by that Gaussian surface is equal to 0. Sir, how you know that one? Yes. We know the Gauss law, integral of E bar dot ds bar or maybe A bar is equal to the Q by, that is the Q net by epsilon naught. Integral of E bar dot ds bar is equal to Q by epsilon naught. Q net is equal, actually, what is the Q net? So, what is the total charge inside of that Gaussian surface? So, here, electric field intensity is equal to 0 means Q net is equal to 0. Why? Because this is the 0 into epsilon naught is equal to 0. Here, Q net means one charge is the Q. What about the remaining? We don't know something. Charge is equal to something x. Here Q plus x is equal to 0. That is only Q net. Therefore, Q plus x is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to minus Q. What is this x? X is the charge on the inner surface of the shell. So, when this one is equal to minus Q, total charge remains constant. So, how much charge appears on the outer surface? Plus Q charge. Therefore, charge on the inner surface is equal to, that is the minus Q. Charge on the outer surface is equal to, that is plus Q. Charge distribution. How we are solving? Yes, observe. What is the charge on the inner surface of the shell and what is the charge on the outer surface of the shell? Next, one more problem. We are solving one more problem. Yes, one more problem. Observe that one. Here right now, yes. Here this is the first shell, shell A, and this is the second shell. Shell A already consists of the charge Q and shell B consists of the charge 4Q. So 2Q charge, 2 small q charge is placed at the center of the center. So then find out the charges on the inner and outer surface of the shell A comma B. What are the charges on the inner and outer surfaces of the shells? So solution is, first we are zooming that one, zooming those shells. This is the first shell, inner part, inside, and this one is the outer one. So this is the second shell, this is the inner part, and this one is the outer. Inner and outer surfaces. Inner and outer surfaces. So here charge is equal to, that is the 2Q charge. So if you observe, charge on the surface of the first shell is equal to Q, means that is on the surface, outer surface only, that is the Q. Already some charge is there. At the same time, 4Q charge, this one is outer surface of the second shell. Okay, so first of all, what is the charge inside of the shell and outside of, that is the inner and outer surfaces of the first shell. First we find out that one. Yes, observe. First, draw the one Gaussian surface. This is the Gaussian surface. This dotted line indicates the Gaussian surface. So, electric field intensity inside of the conductor must and should becomes 0. Must and should becomes 0 for the first shell. Okay. So, electric field intensity is equal to 0 means that implies Q net is equal to 0. Q net means what is the charge inside of that Gaussian surface? What is the charge inside of the Gaussian surface? So here this is the 2Q charge. Here we don't know. I am taking that charge is equal to X. Q net is equal to 0 means 2Q plus X is equal to 0. Therefore X is equal to minus 2Q. X is equal to minus 2Q. So here charge is equal. Right now here charge is equal to minus 2Q. When this is equal to minus 2Q, total charge remains constant. So equal and opposite sign of the charge is appears on the outer surface of the first shell. Already Q charge is there, plus some more charge, that is the plus 2Q is added. This is a charge on the outer surface of the first shell. So in case of the first shell, inner surface, charge is equal to minus 2Q. Outer surface, charge is equal to Q plus 2Q. Capital Q plus 2Q. Similarly, in case of the second shell, so again draw the Gaussian surface. This is the Gaussian surface. Yes. This dotted line indicates the Gaussian surface. Electric field intensity inside of the conductor is equal to 0. When electric field intensity is equal to 0, then Q net is also equal to 0. Q net is also equal to 0. Q net is equal to 0 means, here what is the charge? We don't know. I am taking this one is the X. So, if you observe, this is the Gaussian surface total charge. Right now we want to find out the Q net. Q net is equal to 2Q minus 2Q plus Q plus 2Q plus X. Okay, means already this one is equal to 0. 2Q minus 2Q, that is the 0. Here capital Q plus 2Q plus X is equal to 0. Plus X is equal to 0. Therefore X is equal to minus of Q plus 2Q. Here this is the charge on the inner surface of the second shell. Minus of Q plus 2Q. When this one becomes minus of Q plus 2Q, same amount and opposite sign of the charge appears on the outer surface of the second shell. Already 4Q charge is there. 4Q plus This one is equal to q plus 2q. Therefore total charge on the outer surface of the second shell is equal to 5q plus 2q. 5q plus 2q. So means here inner charge is equal to minus of q plus 2q. Outer is equal to 5q plus 2q. 5q plus 2q. Okay. So this is the one problem. One more problem. Try to solve it. So take one more charge distribution method. Yes, not distribution method. One more problem. Yes, observe that. Here try yourself. This is the third problem. Sorry, this is the first shell. This one is the first shell. And this is the second shell. Shell A, and this is the shell B. Here charge is equal to minus q, and here charge is equal to something plus 3q. Here on the surface of the second one, that is equal to plus 4q. Find charge distribution. Find charges on inner and outer surfaces of shell A and B. Shell A, comma B. You try to solve that one. Okay, you try yourself. Practice makes everyone perfect. Compulsory practice is very, very important, especially for the competitive purpose. Okay, so you try to solve that one. Next one more method. So earthing. What is earthing? So earthing means connecting a conductor, whatever it may be the conductor, connecting any conductor to earth. Connecting any conductor to earth. That is, we are calling the earthing. So if you take any conductor, if that one is connected to the ground, that is a symbol for the earthing symbol. In this situation, when a conductor is connected to the ground, its potential must and should becomes 0. Potential of the earth is equal to 0. Capacitance is equal to 711 microfarads. Capacitance of the earth is equal to 711 microfarads. But potential of the earth is equal to 0. When we are connected any conductor to the ground, its potential becomes 0. But a charge may or may not be 0. So charge may or may not be 0. Charge may or may not be 0. Why? Because so actually, if you observe, generally we are getting the potential equal to 0. Compulsory charge is also equal to 0. But charge may or may not be equal to 0. Sir, we know that V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R in case of the charged spherical shell potential expression, sir. Here when potential is equal to 0, charge is equal to 0, yes, no doubt. In that situation, that is right. That's why I am using the word. Charge may or may not be. Maybe 0 or may not be 0 also, right. But at that situation, potential is equal to 0. Why that one is happened? Why? Because in case of the isolated conductor, we are taking only one conductor, one charged spherical shell. If we are connected this one to the ground, then potential is equal to 0. Charge is also must and should become 0. In case of the isolated conductor, only single conductor. But in case, if we are taking number of the conductors like this, here this one is the one more charged spherical shell, this is the one more charged spherical shell. In that situation, if anyone, this one or this one, whatever, so in case if this one is connected to the earth means its potential is equal to 0. But in this situation, charge not equal to 0. Why? Because charge is induced due to this charged spherical shell, or maybe due to this one. Charge must and should present, whatever it may be the amount. But potential is equal to 0. Remember that concept. Very, very important that concept is. Right. Here we are solving some problems based on this earthing concept. Yes. Okay, first problem. Here this one is the one shell having the radius r1. This is the shell, first shell having the radius r1, and this one is the second shell having the radius r2. And first shell is connected to the ground. Here charge on the outer shell is equal to, that means second shell is equal to q. They want to find out the find charge on first shell. Charge on first shell. And find potentials. That is the first one A and second one B. Find potentials VA, VB. Find potentials VA, VB. Means VA means potential on the surface of the first shell and potential on the surface of the second shell, VB. We are solving that one. Try to observe first. Here potential is equal to 0. Charge may or may not be 0. But in this situation, compulsory charge not equal to 0. We don't know what is the charge on the surface of the first shell. That's why here I am taking some charge. That is the Q dash is the charge on the surface of the first shell. So observe, that is the first shell is connected to the earth. Its potential is equal to 0. Here potential is equal to 0 means, observe. Here potential on the surface of the earth, surface of the A, that is the first shell is equal. Potential due to discharge, at the same time potential due to the outer, that is the second shell, means 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. This is a common term. Potential on the surface of the first shell due to the charge Q dash is equal to something. Q dash by first one, that is the radius, is equal to R1 plus what is the potential on the surface of the second shell. Same potential is inside also. Actually we learned that one in case of the electric potential due to the charged spherical shell. Outside of the shell, on the surface of the shell, inside of the shell. Okay, here is also same. So this one is equal to Q by R2. This one is equal to 0. This is the potential VA, potential on the surface of the first shell. Therefore, Q dash by R1 plus Q by R2 is equal to 0. Therefore, Q dash by R1 is equal to minus Q by R2. Therefore, charge on the surface of the first shell, Q dash is equal to minus R1 by R2 into Q. This is the charge on the surface of the first shell. Here charge not equal to 0. But potential is equal to how much? When that is connected to the ground, potential must and should becomes 0. What about the potential on the surface of the second shell? Here potential on the surface of the second shell means potential due to the Q dash charge, at the same time potential due to the Q charge. Therefore VB is equal to, where I write it, VB is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q dash by this distance. Why? Because here charge is there, that one is the outside of the shell. What is the distance here? That one only. That is equal to Q2 plus, R2, not Q2, R2 by Q by R2. What is the potential on the surface of the second shell? That is nothing but 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R2. So here VB is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q dash is equal to how much? Minus of R1 by R2 into Q whole by R2 plus Q by R2. Q by R2. Whatever it may be the value, that is the potential. That is the potential. Just a minute. Sorry, a little bit camera setting problem. Yes, observe. VB is equal to potential on the surface of the second shell is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q dash by R2. Why? Because due to, for this charge, this is the outer point. For this shell, this is the outer point. So Q dash by R2 plus due to this one, due to this charge on the surface of the second shell only. Therefore Q by R2. Substitute this Q dash value there. Substitute this one. We are getting this is the VB, potential on the surface of the second shell. Potential on the surface of the first shell is equal to 0. Why? Because that is connected to the earth. That is connected to the earth. So in case of the, when we are earthing, its potential must and should become 0. But charge may or may not be equal to 0. Okay, may or may not be equal to 0. One more problem. Yes, one more problem. Right. So here we have considered the 2 shells. Okay, already 2 shells is also completed. 3 shells. This is the first shell. Okay, yes. This is the first shell having the radius A. This is the second one B. And this is the third shell having the radius C. Okay. Oh, right. This is the A and B and this one is the C. Radius is equal to A. This one is equal to B and third one is the C. Third one is C. Here charge on the first shell is equal to Q1 and charge on the third shell is equal to Q3. So middle shell is connected to the earth. Middle shell is connected to the earth. Find charge on B, that means on the second shell. At the same time find potentials. Find VA comma VB comma VC means potential on the surface of the first shell, potential on the surface of the second shell, potential on the surface of the third shell. Okay, one by one we will find out right now. Yes. So for that one, first of all, what is the charge on the surface of the middle shell? We don't know. That's why we are taking the charge is equal to something Q dash. Potential of the second one is equal to 0. Why? Because that is connected to the ground. When that is connected to the ground, potential must and should become 0. But charge may or may not be equal to 0. Yes. VB is equal to 0. Potential VB is equal to 0 means here potential is due to the Q1 charge, Q3 charge and a Q dash charge. So therefore 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into common term Q1 by B. Why? Because second shell is outside of the first one. So that means here Q1 by B plus Q dash by B. What is the charge? Here charge is equal to Q dash. The distance is equal to B. Therefore Q dash by B. Next plus Q3 by C. What is the potential on the surface of the third shell? Same potential is inside also. Same potential is inside also. Total this one is equal to 0. Total that one is equal to 0. Therefore Q1 by B plus Q dash by B plus Q3 by C is equal to 0. Therefore Q dash by B is equal to minus of Q1 by B plus Q3 by C. Q3 by C. Therefore Q dash is equal to minus of this one is the Q1, BB cancel plus B by C into Q2. This is the charge contained by that second conductor or second shell. This is the charge. Q dash is equal to that one. Okay, next one here we want to find out the potential on the surface of the first shell, second shell and third shell. Potential on the surface of the first shell, second shell and third shell. One by one we are discussing. Yes. Now we want to find out the VA, VB and VC values. Yes, observe VB is equal to, first one, VB is equal to 0. Why? Because that is connected to the ground. VB must and should becomes 0. VB must and should becomes 0. Next, we have find out the VA and VC values. Observe VA is equal to, that is the potential on the surface of the first shell. So here potential is due to the Q charge, Q dash charge and Q3 charge. That is the Q1 charge, Q dash and Q3 charges. So observe here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 by A on the surface of the first shell. Therefore Q1 by A. Next one, place. What is the potential on the surface of the second shell? Same potential is inside also. Therefore, Q dash by B, that is the Q dash by B plus Q dash by B plus. Next one, for the third one also, this is the inner shell. So, potential on the surface of the third shell must and should equal to the inside also. Therefore, third one is the Q3 by C. Q3 by C. But Q dash is equal to how much? This one. Substitute this value there. Therefore, VA is equal to, yes, VA is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 by A minus of 1 by B into total this one. That is the Q1 plus B by C into Q3 plus Q3 by C. Q3 by C. That is the last one is the Q3 by C. Just a minute. Yes. Q3 by C. Yes. Therefore, VA is equal to, yes, VA is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 by A minus Q1 by B. Next one, minus of minus plus, BB cancel. Therefore, Q3 by minus of minus plus. This is the minus Q3 by C. Last one is the plus Q3 by C. These two are cancelled. Therefore, VA is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 by A minus Q1 by B. Or maybe VA is equal to Q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by A minus 1 by B. 1 by A minus 1 by B. This is the potential on the surface of the first shell, shell A. Surface of the first shell, shell A. Next one, what is the potential on the surface of the third shell? Already we know that this is the charge on the surface of the second shell. We have find out one by one. Yes. Third one, VC is equal to how much? VC is equal potential on the surface of the third shell 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into. So due to, for this shell, this is the outer point. Therefore, Q1 by C plus Q dash by C. For the second one also outer one plus Q3 by C. Q3 by C. Therefore, VC is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. That is the into C. Here Q1 plus Q dash plus Q3. Q dash plus Q3. Therefore, VC is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught C into Q1, that is only Q1. Next, Q dash means minus Q1 minus B by C into Q3 minus B by C into Q3 plus Q3 plus Q3. Here these two are cancelled. Therefore, VC is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q3 by C minus B by C square into Q2. B by C square into. If you simplify further also no problem. This is the potential on the surface of the third shell. First one potential. This is the QA. Sorry, VA, not QA. VA is equal to Q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by A minus 1 by B. For this second one, VB is equal to must and should becomes 0. VC is equal to this one, and charge is equal. Charge on the second shell is equal to. This is the charge on the second shell. Okay. So one more problem. We are solving one more problem. Yes. So one more problem. This is the first shell having the radius A, second shell having the radius B, third shell having the radius C. Radius is equal to C. Okay. Here first shell we are taking, that is the A, B and C. Radius is equal to A, for the second one B, for the third one C. Right now, this shell, third shell is connected to the ground. Find charge on C and VA, VB, VC. Here charge on the first surface of the first shell is equal to Q1. This one is the charge on the second shell is equal to Q2. Third shell we don't know, that's why we are taking, that is the Q dash. We want to find out the Q dash is equal to how much, and VA, VB, VC values is equal to how much. So solution for that one. When third shell is connected to the ground, VC must and should equal to the 0. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into. So charge, potential on the surface of the third shell is due to the charge Q1 and Q2. Third shell is outside of the both the shells. Therefore, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 by C plus Q2 by C plus Q dash by C. This is equal to 0. Therefore, Q1 plus Q2 whole by C is equal. One more problem. These are the three shells A, B, C. Radius is equal to A, B and C. And third shell is connected to the ground. Q1, Q2 are the charges on the first and second shells. We want to find out what is the charge on the third shell, and find out the potentials on the surface of the A and B and C. Potential on the surface of the first shell, potential on the surface of the second shell, and potential on the surface of the third shell. So solution here, third shell is connected to the ground, means potential is equal to 0. Charge may or may not be equal to 0. Here potential of the third shell is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught common term into Q1 by C plus Q2 by C. First shell, for this one is the outer one, for the second shell also outer one, that's why that distance. Q2 by C plus Q dash by C is equal to 0. Therefore, Q1 by C plus Q2 by C is equal to minus Q dash by C. That is equal to 0, or maybe you write it like this. Q1 by C plus Q2 by C plus Q dash by C is equal to 0. Therefore, Q dash by C is equal to minus of Q1 plus Q2 whole by C. C cancel. Therefore, Q dash is equal to minus of Q1 plus Q2. This is the charge on the outer surface of the that is the charge on the surface of the third shell or C shell. Okay, next, potentials is equal to how much? VA is equal to how much? Potential on the surface of the first shell, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 by A plus Q1 by A plus Q2 by B. Why? Because what is the potential on the second surface? Same potential is inside also. Therefore, Q2 by B plus Q dash by C. For the this one is inside of the third shell. Q dash by C. But what is Q dash? Minus of Q1 plus Q2. Therefore, VA is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 by A plus Q2 by B minus of, here this is the Q1 plus Q2 whole by C. Whole by C. This is the potential on the surface of the first shell. Next, second one, VB is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into. So here that is, yes, here VB is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 by B plus Q2 by B plus Q dash by C. Q dash by C. What is the potential on the surface of the third shell? Same potential is inside also. Therefore, VB is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into. Here this is the Q1 plus Q2 whole by B plus, yes, Q dash is equal to how much? Q dash is equal to minus of, yes, here this is the minus of Q1 plus Q2 whole by C. Whole by C. That is minus of Q1 plus Q2 by C. Q1 plus Q2 by C. This is the VB, potential on the surface of the second shell. What about the potential on the surface of the third shell? VC is equal to 0 because that is connected to the ground. Potential must and should becomes 0. Charge may or may not be equal to 0. Yes. Next, one more method, one more model. So in case if two charged shells are connected by a conducting wire, then find out the charge distribution. Okay, the one more model. Observe. Here this is the first shell having the radius something small a. This is the radius is small a. And this is the second shell having the radius b. This is the second shell having the radius b. Initially, this one have the charge something 2q, and second shell have the charge something 5q. Right now, these two are connecting by a conducting wire. This is the one connecting wire or conducting wire. So this is the conducting wire. When these two are connected by using a conducting wire, after connected with the conducting wire, find out the charge distributions on the surface of the first and second shells. Find the charge distributions. Find charges on first and second shells. First and second shells. Second shells. Yes. So when these two shells are connected by a conducting wire, then after connected with the conducting wire, we want to find out the charges on the first and second shells. First and second shells. Try to observe. Here I am taking some charges flows from the first shell to the second shell. Generally I am taking like that. Why? Because observe the concept here. We are taking two vessels. These are completely filled with the water or maybe any other fluid. So here this one is another one is consists of the very small quantity of the fluid. When these two are connected by a pipe, narrow pipe, then here fluid flows from the first container to the second container, first container to the second container, up to when they attains the equal level. when they attains the equal level, up to that fluid is flows from the first container to the second container, or maybe depends upon the situation. Okay, so generally here level is high in the first container, so water or maybe fluid flows from the first to the second one. Here is also same. In case of these conductors, charged bodies also same. Here charge is flows from the one object to the one charged body to the another charged body up to when they attains the same potential. Here potential and here level both are the same. We are comparing those two. So those are represents the same thing. Those two are represent the same thing. Here I am taking charge. Here distance is the less, or maybe if you take this is the something 2q charge. Here potential is the high, here potential is the low. Why? Because distance is more. For the second one, distance is more. Charge is same, but the distance is more. Potential V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R. That is V is inversely proportional to R. When V is inversely proportional to R, distance is increases, potential is decreases. From this one, here, according to the given problem, first one, this is the A and this shell is the B. So VA is more than that of the VB. Initial, before connected with the conducting wire. So when these two are connected with a conducting wire, charge flows from the high potential object to the low potential object, or maybe high potential region to the low potential region. So that process is going on after connecting with the conducting wire. After connecting with conducting wire. After connected with conducting wire, then what happened? VA is equal to the VB. Potentials becomes the same. Yes, observe here. Here some charge flows from the first object to the second object. How much charge? Later. Q is flows from capital A to capital B. First shell to the second shell. Therefore, charge on the first shell becomes, that is the charge on the first shell becomes 2q minus q, and charge on the second shell becomes 2q plus q. Why? Because this q charge is moving from the first shell to the second shell, means here charge is increases. So right now potentials are equal after connecting with the conducting wire. Potentials are equal. So therefore VA is equal to VB means what is the potential on the surface of the first shell? Here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into potential on the surface of the first shell is due to the charge on the first shell and charge on the second shell. So means this one is the 2q minus q by distance, that is the A plus 2q plus q by B. What is the potential on the surface? Same potential is inside also. Next, for the second shell, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into. Here charge is equal to, due to this charge, what is the potential? Due to the charge 2q minus q. What is the potential on the second shell, surface of the second shell? Due to this charge, what is the potential on the surface of second shell? So means here 2q minus q by B plus 2q plus q by B. 2q plus q by B. Here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught cancel. So here 2q minus q by A plus, yes, this is the 2q plus q by B is equal to 2q minus q by B plus 2q plus q by B. These two are cancelled. When those two are cancelled, here 2q minus q by A is equal to 2q minus q by B. So just cross multiply that one. Here I am doing here. So B into 2q minus q is equal to A into 2q minus q. Right now we want to find out what is the charge flows from the first shell to the second shell. Means q is equal to how much? Q is equal to how? This is the 2bq minus qb is equal to 2aq minus qa. So therefore here 2q is common. Okay, yes. Simplifying this one, 2bq minus 2aq is equal to, this is the qb minus qb minus qa. Here 2q into b minus a is equal to q into b minus a. These two are cancelled. Therefore, q is equal to 2q. Q is equal to 2q. So means total charge is transferred from the first shell to the second shell. After connection, what is the charges? Here observe. After connecting with the conducting wire, charge on the first shell is equal to 0. Charge on the second shell is equal to 2q plus again 2q is equal to 4q. These are the charges on the surface of the shells after connecting with the conducting wires. Like this, so many model problems are there. Especially these are important for the competitive purpose, not for the board purpose. Okay, so solve more number of the problems, then you are getting the good result. Thank you all of you.